Hey guys, I'm P-Freak. Welcome back to Pokemon Heart Gold. Last time, we made it through Victory Road and up to the Indigo Plateau, and finally fought the Johto Elite Four, including the champion, becoming champions of the region ourselves. In this part, we are back home, because we have some post-game stuff that we now can take care of, now that we got the main story out of the way. Starting with talking to our mother, who we have not seen for a majority of our adventure. Hi P-Freak, Professor Elm told me that he has something to give you. And that's all she has to say for us. Great parenting, Mom, great parenting. Now what the hell does Elm have to give us this time? Hi, Cameron. I guess this is kind of fitting, having Cameron appear here at Newbark Town just to celebrate us becoming the champion. Guess we'll take a photo real quick. Nice, got the whole team with us. Anyways, last time Elm wanted us to go on something, we went on some wacky old adventure that ended with us defeating the Mafia. So this should be interesting. P-Freak, there you are. I called because I have something for you. See? It's an SS ticket. Now you can catch Pokemon in Kanto. Yes, the SS ticket. The ticket will let you take the fast ship that departs from Olivine City. But you knew that already, P-Freak. After all, you've adventured all over with your Pokemon. Give my regards to Professor Oak in Kanto. So yes, now with the SS ticket in hand, we can head on over to Olivine City and we can go to the Kanto region. For those of you who are unaware, the Kanto region is the same region that we went to back in Fire Red and Leaf Green. We're now able to fully explore that region and see what happens between the 3 years after Fire Red and Leaf Green. And the sprites are messed up. Awesome. That's a great start. That's a great start. You know what? I'm just going to walk inside the Pokemon Center and walk back out and try to fix the sprites that way. Alright, there we go. Anyways, we need to head on over to this port right here. And look, we have a familiar face. Hello, you're starting to have the attitude of a champion, P-Freak. It's time for your Pokedex to match who you are. Let me see your Pokedex for a second. I'll upgrade your Pokedex with the National Mode. And we now have the National Mode, which unlocks actually quite a few things. It won't be easy to complete the National Pokedex. However, I'm sure you'll make an honest attempt on our behalf. Oh, time flies. I have a radio show to record in Goldenrod Radio Tower. You must be headed for Kanto. If you come near Palatown, do drop by my Pokemon Research Lab. I guess we'll do just that. But before we even head off to Kanto, there are some things I want to show that we have access to now that we have National Mode. First place I want to go to. We're going to fly on over to the National Park. If you remember, we had the bug catching contest that occurred here at the National Park every Tuesday and I think Sunday or something. Oh, we're actually flown over to the Pokeathlon Dome. We'll get to the Pokeathlon Dome in a second. Now that we have the National Pokédex, on Thursdays and Saturdays, the bug catching contest will actually have some new bug-type Pokemon for us to capture. This includes the Kricketot line and the Wurmple lines. These are Pokemon that you cannot normally find in Johto and were only introduced in Sinnoh and Hoenn respectively. In addition to that, if you get first place, instead of always getting a Sunstone as your prize, you'll get a random evolutionary item. This of course also includes the Dawn Stone, the Shiny Stone, and the Dusk Stone. 3 stones that we could not get before, despite the fact that there are some Johto Pokemon that can evolve with them. Back over in the Pokeathlon Dome, however, if we go over to the prize corner, or the athlete shop, whatever the hell you want to call it, we now have a second page and we have access to more items here, including the Dust Stone, Dawn Stone, and Shiny Stone like I mentioned before. Now you can actually get Pokemon like Togekiss, Misdreavus, Honchkrow, Pokemon like that would have been actually really useful to get before. I don't understand why you're able to access... Oh, hi, Baba. I don't understand why you're able to access Pokemon like Mamoswine and Ambipom beforehand, but not these guys. But whatever. Oh, hi, P-Freak. This is Warden Boba. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I thought of a new way to play. It's called Object Arrangement. I'll give you more details in the Safari Zone. See you there. I guess that's where we're going to head off to next time. Next. Sorry, not next time. There's still a few other things I want to point out now that we have the National Dex, but we'll deal with this real quickly. And don't worry, we'll get to Kanto eventually. I just have a few things I want to show off beforehand. Flying on over to the Safari Zone gate, we have Cameron here again. We're not going to take a photo this time, but if we walk inside... Hey, Baba, what's up? Hi, I've been waiting for you. I have an epiphany, a new attraction. I've decided to call it Object Arrangement. This is going to be fun. You can place objects on the field as you play at the Safari Zone. Not only that, but the types of Pokemon you will see change depending on the types of objects you place. Isn't it amazing? I'll call you using the Pokegear if something else comes up. I will explain Object Arrangement. Would you like to know anything? Sure, I guess. Objects. There are many objects you can place anywhere as you walk around the Safari Zone, except on stairs and grass, where Pokemon appear. You also want to remember that you can place up to 30 objects in an area. Arranging objects. It is easy to place objects. All you have to do is make sure that the spot in front of you is clear. If it's empty, you can select an object. Some objects are large and may need large space. Removing objects. If you want to remove an object, just walk up to it and check it. The objects you have placed will glow in the dark. It should help you at night. Object types. There are many different types of objects. Ones that look like grass, like trees, like boulders, like water, and other types of objects. Try placing different objects. The number of objects you place in an area is shown in the area customizer on the top screen. There will be more objects to come, as I will keep adding more. Appearing Pokemon. The types of Pokemon you will see will change depending on the types of objects you've placed. The Safari Zone is also changed at that point. Try placing different types of objects. And finally, clearing objects. Beware, once you've swapped areas, the objects that you place will be removed. Would you like to know anything else? No. So basically the TLDR is that now we can place these objects. Depending on the type of objects and how many of these objects we actually place in an area, changes what type of Pokemon we can find in the Safari Zone. Again, it's fine. I tried when I was playing Heart Gold at its peak or whatever, I tried to like arrange it in sort of a more aesthetically pleasing way, and I could never get it that well. Plus, I barely understood the mechanics of trying to use specific objects to capture Pokemon. Anyways, with that said and done though, there's one last place I want to stop by. If we head on over here, west of Olivine City, you might remember this place. We had this guy here blocking the passageway. He is asleep, but he's standing but asleep. But now he's not blocking the way, so if we go on through... Welcome to the Frontier Axis. Wait for me! We're here before you. Oh my, I fell asleep and ruined my chances of being the first one to arrive here. Stupid me. Yes, welcome to the Frontier Axis, and Cameron is here again. Geez, Cameron, you're literally in every place I want to go to today. Good for you. Anyways, what is the Frontier Axis? Well, if we walk inside... Welcome to the Battle Frontier. This is your first visit. Right this way, please. I imagine they're all saying it all at once, like creepy Nurse-Joy clones. Oh, you have a visitor recorder. How nice. We upgrade visitor recorders for first-time visitors to the Battle Frontier to use. I'll borrow yours for a moment. Let's see. Slide open this right here and take a chunk there. All done. Here you go. And our visitor recorder is now upgraded. Our other staff will be pleased to explain how the individual facilities of the Battle Frontier operate. I can go over general topics. Do you have any questions? Well, what exactly is the Battle Frontier? The Battle Frontier has 5 facilities dedicated to battling. At the Battle Tower, the objective is to beat 7 trainers in a row. At the Battle Hall, you may keep battling records of individual Pokemon. At the Battle Factory, you must win consecutive battles with rentals. The Battle Castle forces trainers to manage castle points to advance. Finally, the Battle Arcade is where random luck triggers events. You can try any of these facilities. What are the basic rules here? The battles at the 5 Battle Frontier facilities are held under special rules. First and foremost, no experience points can be earned. Consequently, the Pokemon battling here will not level up. If a level 50 rule is chosen, Pokemon of higher levels will be temporarily reduced to level 50. Pokemon under level 50 will be entered without an upward level adjustment. Be wary about that, so you can't just have a level 1 Pokemon come in and be automatically turned to level 50. Battle points. Battle points are usually referred to as BP. BP are points that are used only in the Battle Frontier. BP are awarded for meeting certain performance goals at the various Battle Frontier facilities. BP can be exchanged for prizes at the Exchange Service Corner. The Exchange Service Corner is comprised of 2 tents straight ahead past here. There you may exchange your BP for a wide variety of prizes. Please do visit it. And the Performance Monitor. The Performance Monitor shows trainers' data, such as the previous record and the best record to date. You'll find one near the reception counter at each facility. And yeah, that's basically the Battle Frontier. In layman's terms, the Battle Frontier is a way for you to test out your competitive battling without actually being in human competitive battles. There are 5 different facilities, as I mentioned, and they gave a good overview of each one. The Battle Tower up to the north here is just for you to battle 7 trainers in order to advance. You have the Battle Hall, I believe it is, which is in the upper left little corner right here. You can see the facilities right here. You have the upper left corner, which is the Battle Hall. For that, you take one Pokemon and then you battle another Pokemon, but of a specific type. You get to choose what type of Pokemon you battle, and I mean the elemental types. The Battle Castle, you earn castle points at the end of every battle, and you use these castle points in order to manage your team, either by healing them, or seeing what the opponent has, or giving yourselves items or something like that. It's actually quite fun. Normally you are automatically healed in all the rest of the facilities, but not in the Battle Castle, I'm pretty sure. Battle Arcade, as I mentioned, random luck. You will go through a roulette board to get yourself a random, either you get a random item, a random status, or the opponent gets a random item, like or a random status, like if they're poisoned or all paralyzed or stuff like that. And then the Battle Factory, which is honestly a lot of people's favorite facility. Basically, for this one, you are able to select 3 out of a pool of Pokemon, out of a pool of 6 Pokemon, random 6 rental Pokemon to rent in order to actually go through battles. And then you're actually able to swap out your Pokemon that you chose with Pokemon from the previous trainer you battled. It's actually quite fun. I'll actually show one of each of these battles in a moment. In addition, when you defeat a certain number of all these challenges, you battle what's known as the Frontier Brain. The Frontier Brain is basically the boss of all these facilities. When you battle them the first time, you'll get a silver, I forget what they're called, silver symbol, I believe. You'll get a silver symbol, and when you battle them again, you get a gold symbol. As you can imagine, it's very difficult to actually get all the gold symbols, but it has been done before, and I've done it once, I think. This is a bit different than the Battle Frontier over in Pokemon Emerald, as they're, well, less facilities, but at the same time, the basic idea is that you want to get up to the Frontier Brain to get all the symbols and win. You get a lot of BP out of that, and for battle points, you can exchange them over here for... This one gives us items. You get different little items here. Training items, those are usually to train up your EVs. And then fighting items are actual in-battle items. Over here, I believe, is the TM shop. We're able to get different types of TMs over here. These tend to be really good and really competitively viable TMs. In addition to that, we have this exchange corner right here where we can get some scratch-off cards to get random items. I believe same icon appears, you win a prize like a berry, and I'm pretty sure you can earn some like nuggets or stuff like that. I think even rare candies, I'm not entirely sure. But in addition to all that, if you go on back over here to the Frontier Access, let's see. No, you're not it. There's someone special here I want to talk to. Is it you? Can't stop shivering. I told my family that I would conquer the Battle Frontier when I left home. Now I'm here and so I can't stop shivering. What am I going to do if I get beat to a pulp? You look quite young. I'll pull myself together to challenge the Battle Frontier. Maybe. Alright, maybe it's inside this house, but there is a specific thing I want to... Yes, here we go. If you become a bit of a fanatic about battles, I'm the guy who can teach your Pokemon all kinds of moves. May I teach Pokemon moves in exchange for BP? You have 3 different move tutors here which will train your Pokemon different moves for BP. I want to use some BP in order to actually get one of these moves. Specifically, one of these guys teaches us Signal Beam to Espeon, which would be a great move to have on Espeon because it's a special attacking bug-type move, which will be very effective against dark types. Unfortunately, I need to actually go through the Battle Frontiers to actually fight him. So I'm going to real quickly hop in here, and I'm going to show you what every one of these facilities is like. We're starting off here in the Battle Tower. Now you might notice there are 3 different receptions here. I know one of these is for single-player battles, one of them is for multiplayer battles, and... What the heck are you for? Welcome to Battle Tower. I'm your guide to Wi-Fi battle rooms. I guess you could do stuff over the Wi-Fi, and then there's also one that'll help you do stuff through local multi-battle rooms. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's for local Battle Frontier. Why would you even want to do the Battle Frontier with someone over Wi-Fi, though? Not like we can do it anyways. The Nintendo Wi-Fi connection's dead, so we're gonna have to go through the single-player stuff. Yes, we would like to take the Battle Room Challenge. Let's see. Let's do single battles, and... Unfortunately, none of our Pokemon are level 50. There are some limitations to what Pokemon you can bring in. Most Mythicals and Legendaries you are not allowed to bring in here, and you're also not allowed to have eggs entered in here as well, for what I hope are obvious reasons. So... I think I'm going to start off with... Actually... I'm going to start off with Mistress, just so we could get some Toxic Spice. I think Bristle, and then to have a special attacker, we're going to send in Raw. I think that should be good. And we do have to save the game, so... You are going to have to save the game. This is just to avoid exploits or, like, if your game crashes midway through, something does... Stuff like that, so... And it's taking a while. Awesome. But yeah, the Battle Tower is the most basic of the battle facilities that you have here. Your job here is to just battle 7 trainers every session, and then after you battle 7 trainers, you'll get battle points. And then I believe you have to battle 7 trainers... You have to battle... what is it, like 21 trainers in order to actually battle the Battle Frontier, the Frontier Brain the first time, and then 49 trainers to battle him the second time? Something like that. The Frontier Brain for this facility, actually, funny enough, is actually the father of your rival in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So that's a fun little piece of trivia. The Battle Frontier actually did not exist back in Diamond and Pearl. Battle Frontier was first introduced... Well, this Battle Frontier was first introduced back in Pokemon Platinum. In Diamond and Pearl, all you had was the Battle Tower and just the Battle Tower. So you still had a little Easter egg about how the Frontier Brain was Barry's dad, so that's cool. Anyways, this is just a standard battle. Nothing fancy, no special gimmick in this area. Just gonna play some Toxic Spikes down. Again, these will be more reminiscent of actual competitive battles if you were to go to, say, the VGC or something like that. That doesn't help me a lot, actually. Yeah, we'll just keep Mistress out for now. She mostly got her job done, so if she faints, it's not that big a deal, unless, like, something comes out that resists both my Mamoswine and... Oh, come on, really? You can also not use healing items in here. The only healing you're gonna get is if you have a Pokemon with a Pokemon held item heals you. Like, if you have a leftover or something, or if you have the Black Sludge given to a Poison-type Pokemon. Stuff like that. Also, you do get to see Pokemon that are not around here. like you saw Corphish over there. Corphish is a Pokemon that is native to... I think it's a Hoenn native? I don't know, I have the feeling now that Corphish might also be from Johto or something. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure Corphish is Hoenn native. Alright. Come on, Mistress, please. Snap out of confusion so we can just destroy this Chikorita. Thank you. Poor Chikorita. I think it's the first time we're actually seeing a Chikorita. Another thing I should mention, all the Pokemon that you find here will not be registered in your national dex. So don't think you could just keep fighting these Pokemon in order to actually get to complete your national dex or whatever. Squirtle. Squirtle is a Cantonian Pokemon. I think we've actually seen one before, if I remember correctly. I know we saw the Bulbasaur line. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. You won't be able to have these guys registered in your Pokédex. At the end of every battle, the guy just walks away. You don't get any prize money. Your Pokemon are typically restored to full health. And you can either continue, you can record the last battle that you had, you can either rest, which is basically where you shut down the game for a bit so you can actually take a physical rest in the real world, or you can retire, which is where you completely stop your streak right here. We are going to retire for now. Yes, we are going to cancel it. I will be doing these off-screen in order to get the BP, in order to get Signal Beam for Raw. But for now, I'm just going to show you the other facilities. Going in counterclockwise order, next up we have the Battle Hall. This one I think is actually my personal favorite. So if we head on down here, talk to this guy. We're going to enter in... Let's go Bristle, why not? You can only enter in one Pokemon for the Battle Hall specifically, and you're going to have to stay with this Pokemon during your entire streak, so choose wisely which Pokemon you want. We are led here to a giant crowd. Wow, apparently Battle Hall must be really popular. Please choose the type Pokemon you will battle. As I mentioned, you get to choose the elemental type of the Pokemon you are about to battle. Basically, you need to fight these guys. You need to fight each type 10 times. After you fight half of them or something like that, then you're able to access the Frontier Brain, which will be over here. And then in order to fight the Frontier Brain again, you need to fight 10 of all these guys. 10 is basically going to be your streak every time, so you can basically stick to one type every time you go through here, but yeah, it takes a good while to get through here. But since we have a Mamoswine here... Dragon would be risky, though. Let's go with Electric. Alright, we're gonna fight an Electric type. I think I'll try out the TM the woman next door gave me. What? Woman next door. Okay, whatever. So yeah, basically it's a one-on-one Pokemon fight. You fight whatever type that you choose, and apparently there's no level cap, but I think the higher you go on in the battles, the higher the levels of the Pokemon will be. This is more something you want to do when your Pokemon have actually reached level 100 or stuff like that. But it's a nice little break from the actual main story, if you really like the battling. Unfortunately, they have not brought this back, last I checked. Like an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, like they have stuff similar to it, like the Battle Mason in Generation 6. I don't think they have an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. However, the Diamond and Pearl remakes are coming, so maybe they'll bring it back. I don't have high hopes, though, because it's Diamond and Pearl they're remaking, not Platinum. Which sucks, because I really think if they remade Platinum instead of Diamond and Pearl, then it would go so much better, because Diamond and Pearl was not received the best, and many people will say that Platinum was the best of the Sinnoh games. But that's besides the point. That's basically what the Battle Hall is, and the sprites are all messed up. Awesome. It's short, it's sweet, but while the battles may be short, you have a lot more battles that you have to actually go through, so just be wary about that. Next up is the Battle Castle. We go on right through here. Now the Battle Castle has a fun little Easter egg. I'll show you once we get inside. Right this way, please. So we talked to this guy, and I believe, welcome to the Battle Castle. My name is Derek. I will be your host on behalf of Lady Caitlin, the owner of the castle. First, I must ask you for any items your Pokemon are holding. They'll be returned to you when you leave. Next, I have here 10 castle points, CP, that can be used only here. They are for you, please accept them, and please choose what you wish to do. So we can now use our castle points in order to give ourselves buffs or the enemy nerfs. For example, we can heal them, we can rent a berry or an item for our Pokemon. I believe you have a choice between healing their HP or their PP. As you get further on, you get more options to what you can do with your castle points, and you'll just get way more castle points. As for the opponent, we can either check the identity of the Pokemon, change the level of the Pokemon, which usually just lowers them by like 1 or 2 levels, and examine the stats of the Pokemon. But I think we're... Actually, let's just check. Yes, we can identify the Pokemon for... Oh, okay. A Haunter. Let's see... Summary. You may check this Pokemon's stats. It will cost 2 CP. Is that okay? Yep, sure. Let's see. Yep. Okay. I guess we can't check it. You'll be able to check the moves using CP by going up in rank. Oh, okay, I see now. Sorry. I didn't understand what that meant now, but basically we're able to choose that in order to rank up and see more statistics. Unfortunately, it costs 50 CP, so we'll just check to see what the Pokemon is. An Elekid and a Wobbuffet. Oh, that should be fun. Anyways, let's go on to the battle now. Now, if the name Caitlin sounds familiar, and you might recognize who that is up there, Caitlin actually reappears as an Elite Four member in the Unova games, the games right after Generation 4. It's a fun little detail that I only realized like maybe a year or two after I started playing Black and White, because I didn't really pay much attention to who the characters were. Also, yes, the frontier brain for this area is actually Caitlin and Derek, actually. It does take a while for you to get there, but yeah, I'm gonna set down Toxic Spikes. Even though Haunter's not gonna be affected by them, I'll just do it real quickly. But yeah, that's basically the gimmick of the Battle Castle. I'll meet you guys over at the next facility. Alright, our next facility is the Battle Arcade, which I remember being actually quite a bit of fun as well. Plus, I really like this music. Welcome to the Battle Arcade. I'm your guide, yada yada. I'll see you guys inside. Hey, we drew another crowd again. Hey, I recognize you. You're from the gyms. Welcome to the Battle Arcade. First, I'll need to hold on to any items, yada yada. Game number 1. Come on. Without further ado, let's activate the game board. So this was the random roulette I was talking about. Basically, you have all these different options. The symbols will typically identify as to what you're going to be getting, and also the colors depend on which... The colors tell you what team is going to get what. So the red means that the enemy team will get an item or whatever, while the blue means that we'll get the effect. And so for this, we want to focus on trying to get one of the blue berries, since the other ones are status conditions. Yeah, got it. There are also the gray ones, which, one of them I believe is the whole field will be leveled down, one of them is the field will be leveled up, and then there's nothing. You also have the chance of having absolutely nothing happen to you. So it's not as RNG as the lady implied that it was. It's a bit of RNG, but it's also a bit of more timing on your skill. But yeah, we have berries now for all our Pokemon, so this should be a relatively quick battle. And finally, a saved was typically considered the best for last, the Battle Factory. I've done a bit of research into your next opponent. You can expect to see a Garchomp, Togekiss, and Tauros. First, we'll hold your Pokemon in exchange for renting out our Pokemon. And I suggest choose a Pokemon after appropriate deliberation. So, there's a pool of Pokemon that they can randomly select. They randomly select 6 Pokemon for you, and then you have to select 3 out of the 6 that you were given. And again, you are able to swap out Pokemon with your opponent if you win the battle. Let's see what we have here. We have a Licky Licky, a a Starmie, a Mr. Mime, a Glade, a Gliscor, and a Swampert. Not the best matchup, or best selection, but we can check their summary to see what their stats are, what they're holding, what their types are, all that sort of stuff. Physical Swampert. Is Swampert meant to be physical? I mean, it works. It's not a bad Pokemon, actually. Swampert was known to be really strong back in Generation 3, so don't think it's that bad. Gliscor. I like Gliscors. Another physical attacker. Really physical. Wow, look at that special attack stat. Jeez. Prevents the stats from being lowered. Nice. That's not a bad Pokemon to have either. 2 Earthquake Pokemon. Those are pretty good. And then we have Glade. Let's see what you have. You have a Careful Nature, which is your special defense. Okay, I would have preferred something that raised your attack. Zen Headbutt, Brick Break, Thunder Wave, and Confuse Ray. Interesting set of moves. Mr. Mime, let's see. I believe you have lowered attack, raise special defense. Reduces damage from super effective attacks. Okay. Psychic, Signal Beam, Copycat, and Mimic. Alright. Starmie, let's see what you have. Timid, which is actually a pretty nice nature. Also has problems heal when switched out. You have a Lumberry too, that's nice. And Surf, Psychic, Confuse Ray, and Thunder Wave. Why do our psychic attackers have both Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray? I mean, Parafusion is a really popular tactic, so I guess it's not too surprising. And Licky Licky. Let's see what you have. I guess that's fine. The Belly Drum return combo could actually be quite strong. You know what? I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to use Licky Licky, Swampert, and Gliscor. Alright, I might as well show this battle since these are Pokemon we have never used before. So this could be interesting. They did say they had Togekiss, a Garchomp, and I forgot what the third one is. God, with those selection of Pokemon, I would have thought I'd been fighting Cynthia. Alright, so my main strategy I'm going with here is Belly Drum up and then use Return, since Return's one of the most powerful normal type moves if it's maxed out. I just realized that it might not be maxed out though, since Licky Licky is a rental. Oh well. I just realized we also have 3 Pokemon that all know Earthquake, so this should be interesting. Alright, Belly Drum, for those of you who don't know, basically you sacrifice half your HP, and Licky Licky has a lot of HP to sacrifice. God, look at that bar, it goes out so slowly. To max out your attack stats. It gives you 6 stages of attack stats, so it's not bad. Would have actually probably been better if Licky Licky had leftovers, but we weren't in charge of this. So, if Licky Licky can survive this Earthquake, which I'd be surprised if it did, to be honest, it's a Garchomp after all. Survey says... Yeah, well, that was a waste of time. But yeah, unfortunately Garchomp's super fast. Garchomp is a pseudo-legendary, and one of my personal favorites, pseudo-legendaries at that, so I'm going to send out Swampert because it does have 4 types weakness to ice, so maybe Swampert can do something about that? Let's try to see if we can get an Ice Punch off before it faints. Swampert is rather bulky, so hopefully it survives the Garchomp. Maybe I should have paid more attention and actually sent out Swampert first, that's my bad. Oh god, why do these HP bars go down so slowly? Okay, let's see how much this Ice Punch does. Hopefully it's enough. Oh my goodness. Now I see why everyone complains about the HP bar going down so slowly in Generation 4. Okay, we got the Garchomp taken care of, thank goodness. Maybe I should have started with Swampert to begin with. And what was that? Shell Bell. That's right. Leftovers is honestly better than Shell Bell. Shell Bell heals you based on how much damage you do to your Pokemon, to the opponent, so it's not that great. Togekiss. Togekiss actually would have gotten a buff if it switched on over, if it was Generation 6, because then it changed into a Fairy type. But for here, it's just a normal flying type. Extreme Speed's gonna hurt quite a bit, but Togekiss is mainly a special attacker, so it would have been better if it had Air Slash with its Serene Grace ability, which doubles the chance for secondary effects to take effect. And wow, that actually did not KO the Togekiss. Okay. Air Slash has a chance of making the opponent flinch, which is why Serene Grace Air Slash Togekiss is a really powerful and really obnoxious Pokemon. Alright, and Drain Punch. Again, Togekiss is not a physical attacker. I don't know why it has physical moves, but okay. Sure, whatever. Come on. There we go. And I completely forget what this lady's last Pokemon is, so I guess we get to find out together. And last up is Tauros, that's it. Let's actually use one of her stab attacks now. Let's use Earthquake. Unless we don't survive the Zen hit, but if not, we still have Gliscor, who is physically defensive, so it should be able to take care of some of Taurus' hits, no problem. Hey, we actually survived, but we flinched. Okay then, sure. Sure, make me flinch, that works, I guess. Alright, it's down to the wire. Last Pokemon each. Licky was honestly a bad choice. If I was going to continue this, I would have swapped out Licky for Garchomp easily. But, let's see. Yeah, let's just go Earthquake. Pursuit, that's kind of a waste because I'm not even going to be able to switch to another Pokemon anyways. I like Gliscor. I like Gliscor in design. I've never really used it in battle. I've been meaning to, but the problem is that you get Gligar like so late into most of the games that it never really seems like worth gaining a Gliscor. And Gliscor wasn't even introduced until this generation, so... The earliest you can really get a Gligar, to my knowledge, is in Diamond and Pearl, is it Diamond and Pearl? I know definitely in Platinum. You get it in the root in the grasses underneath the Cycling Road, which is literally just after the second badge. But with that, we defeated Rachel Candace, and that is all of the battle facilities here in the Battle Frontier. Now, unfortunately, because I did not go on any of the 7 battle streaks or whatever, I did not get an ABP from any of this. So I'll be doing that sort of thing off-screen. But I'd say this is a good place for us to stop right now. We showed off some stuff that we can now do now that we have the national decks, and I'd say next time we should finally head on over to the Kanto region, because there's a whole other region for us to explore. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel, consider supporting me on Patreon, follow me on social media links. All that will be in the description. Next time, it's off to Kanto. I'll see you all then.